Good morning, I'm Jasmine Anderson. The worst fears being realized as Hurricane Idalia moves toward Florida. The extremely warm Gulf waters fueling the potentially deadly storm. Idalia is now an extremely dangerous Category 4 storm ahead of historic landfall along Florida's Big Bend region. So many Long Islanders have family members here or own homes. Officials warning of catastrophic storm surge up to 16 feet may not be survivable in some areas.
If you do choose to stay in one of the evacuation zones, first responders will not be able to get you until after the storm has passed.
We are going to experience historical flood surge up into the Big Bend area. This is nothing to be messing around with.
Read more about Idalia on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Long Island is not expected to see impacts from Idalia, but Hurricane Franklin is churning up surf along our south shore. There is a risk for high surf, dangerous rip currents, and beach erosion today and into tomorrow, according to the National Weather Service. We could also see coastal flooding along the western south shore. Happening today, it is court for the Eastern Suffolk BOCES teacher accused of raping a student. Police say 60-year-old William Spurl of Deer Park had a relationship when the girl was a minor in 2020. Spurl is an audio production teacher here at the school's Riverhead campus. The search continues right now for the two men who stabbed and robbed an Amityville funeral home employee. It happened yesterday morning here inside Joseph A. Slinger Hasgill Funeral Services on Sunrise Highway. The victim is going to be okay. First in Newsday, the longtime leader of the Urban League of Long Island must step down. A Nassau County judge ruled yesterday that Teresa Sanders must turn over the nonprofit's possessions. The Urban League sued Sanders, alleging a forensic audit revealed she mismanaged its money. Sanders tells us she's, quote, disappointed with the decision. First in Newsday, half of the charges against disgraced Suffolk Police Chief James Burke have been dropped. Police tell us the charges of offering a sex act and criminal solicitation are now gone. Burke is still facing public lewdness and indecent exposure charges. The former chief was arrested last week in a sex solicitation sting at Vietnam Memorial Park in Farmingville. He's due back in court September 11th. Summer break's over. It's back to school today for thousands of kids on Long Island. Jericho is the first local district to return to the classroom. The largest group of island districts, 59, return next Tuesday. Welcome back and best of luck to every student and teacher. For more on our back to school coverage, go to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Turning now to a new plan the president says will lower the price of your prescription drugs.
Today is the start of a new deal for patients where Big Pharma doesn't just get a blank check at your expense and the expense of the American people.
The Biden administration identified these 10 expensive prescription drugs it's chosen for Medicare price negotiations with pharmaceutical manufacturers. More than half the drugs prevent blood clots and treat diabetes. Drug makers are trying to block the plan. If it does clear legal hurdle, seniors will see savings starting in 2026. Look up, several state parks are extending hours today so you can see the rare super blue moon tonight. Jones Beach, Sunken Meadow, and Montauk Point are on the list. It's expected to be one of the biggest and brightest moons of the year. And get this, you might be able to get a glimpse of Saturn. If you miss it tonight, you'll have to wait till 2037. Showers and storms this morning turning to sun and clouds this afternoon. Here's a look at your day planner. Highs around 83 degrees. Tomorrow, we're looking at a high around 75, partly cloudy. And here's a look at your futurecast. Rain this morning and we dry out this afternoon. That's what we want to see. A look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
Long Island weather is brought to you by the Canine Center.
Today we're looking at Gridiron Greats, Newsday's list of the top 100 high school football players. Krista Kelman has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
It's not every day you get to do something like this. It's really special.
Newsday's top 100 football players put on their game day jerseys for the first time and headed to our studio for a photo shoot.
I seen the guys last year, they were taking their picture and everything, so I always wanted that to be me.
He sent me a text, told me that I made the list with him and one other kid, and it was just a great feeling. I was with my family, we celebrated, and we got back to work the next day.
Seeing the guys last year, Tommaso and Trevor, I know they got it last year. It's nice to be considered up there with them.
First time getting picked for something, so it was exciting. Put on the jersey early, it's fun.
1, 2, and 3.
I haven't had my jersey on in a couple months, so I decided to put it on.
When you put the jersey on, you're one step closer to game day, and that's what we're all waiting for.
It's special. I've never done anything like this before, so it means a lot to me.
In Melville, Carissa Kelman, Newsday TV.
Congratulations. Read more about the top 100 on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. The Hampton Classic Horse Show is bringing world-class riders, shopping, and celebs to Long Island. Elisa DiStefano has a story.
It's the most prestigious horse show in the country. Here's what you need to know about the Hampton Classic. The 48th annual Hampton Classic is underway, bringing local equestrians and elite athletes to Bridgehampton.
First of all, we have more horses than we've ever had. The Hampton Classic is unique when it comes to horse shows because we have such a great atmosphere. We have a lot of people who come who aren't necessarily horse people.
There's a lot to do on the world-class 60-acre showground. Every day they have a different special event for families. I'm so lucky because I'm here on Animal Adoption Day. From local puppies to ponies.
We're able to give back to a community that has given me so much, hopefully get the word out about adoption and showcase the great animals and the great horses that are looking for homes.
On the grounds, families can also find food options. And there is so much good shopping here. There are more than 70 shops in the boutique garden, with many horse-inspired gifts. Here's something most people don't get to see. This is where you'll find some of the real stars of the show. Capote, you deserve a treat. One of the champions.
So Capote ended up being grand champion of the local pro division.
And this is where Capote hangs out with the other horses.
Here.
Okay. It looks like they have a whole horsey spa happening back over there.
So the horses get groomed every day. They get baths.
Look at this face. You are so beautiful. The champion! Yes, we're talking about you. Watch prize-winning horses and the nation's best equestrian athletes in more than 200 competitions in 6 show rings, leading up to the big $425,000 Grand Prix prize. It is quiet in here today, but on Grand Prix Sunday, this VIP tent will be full of fashionable hats, flowers, and fanfare. And the grandstand will be full of fans too.
This is a special show. This is sort of steeped in tradition and history. It's a show that everybody wants to compete at. It's an amazing horse show on all different levels and something for everybody in every level.
For Newsday TV, Elisa DiStefano.
Incredible. Read more about the Hampton Classic on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
In this day and age of social media and of misinformation everywhere you look, it's so critical for my work to come from a respected, trusted source where readers know they can trust it day in and day out.
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
I'm Jasmine Anderson. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with a look at your hyperlocal 7-day forecast.